It's not that just you can work out your way to health, mental fitness, and physical fitness. And it's not just that if you're depressed, you should go walk and that'll cure it. But all of the things that tie to that. So, for example, if you ever go on Reddit and you go to any of these self-help or depression or any of the subreddits, I'll throw some up. I try to look at them periodically. You see a lot of the same questions, same problems arise, usually the same answers that are genuine. People are trying to be helpful, but it's, you should get out and walk and see the sun and you'll feel better. And look, there is truth there, but that's how a lot of people are going to feel like they're puking their heart out. And then to be told that if you just get a little sunshine and work out a little bit, that you'll flush out the testosterone or the dopamine or get your serotonin going or what have you. And those people who do find success from working out, great, because there is benefit, but it's more than just that rudimentary mechanistic thing. Well, think about some of the aspects of if you're a creature of active inference and you start going for walks. Now, you're forcing yourself out, you're getting sunlight, you're changing your environment, you're changing how you interact, you're changing your physicality, you're changing the way you think. Even by walking, you change the way you think. You're creating repetition and comfort. You are also, if you're going out and you're not listening to music or you're not listening to podcasts and you're actually just able to be more comfortable with yourself in a quiet space, that is a reinforcing positive thing. You can have time with your thoughts, which is actually one thing that modern society allows you to skip. That's your shortcut, right? Mine was drinking, but most people can use their phone. They don't want to think about something. They can, boom, I'm somewhere else. I'm not paying attention to the signal anymore. Physicality is not important, and it's not the most 100% important thing. But if you live in America, physicality and physical fitness, we think of people are gym buffs and whatnot, but if you look at statistics, we are more unhealthy than healthy. And again, that's because of society. That's because of the stories we live. That's because we do not acknowledge what we are versus what we're told, what we act out. All of these things are tied together. None of these things exist in a vacuum. Everything is far more complex. Learning to become comfortable with dealing in that complexity is empowerment. That's intelligence. That's knowledge. That's ability. That's not just cool or gimmicky or too much. That can free you. But in order for it to actually work, you have to believe that it's possible, that it's true. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable with some things because most of what the world tells you is true is not. And you're going to have to learn to unlearn that and let that go. Because if you hold on to any aspect of it, it will remain. I find that if you hold on to even little aspects of the old ideas, that they just come back like weeds, that it's just so tried and true. That's why I can't drink again. That's why I don't want to drink again. Because I change my context with what it is, but I never want to go back there. Even if there's a 0.5% chance. It's not for what? A sip? Fuck it. I think I have my values in order now. And I think I experience my values in more order because I had to let go of most of what I thought was true. I had to revalue things. And as I went forward, I kept running into things that had old values. And if I held on to them, they fucking spread and my old shit would come back. I'm not just talking about drinking. I'm talking about how I thought. Right. And up to including like getting angry about things and ruminating and wishing for somebody to go fuck themselves and all of these things that I used to do that I don't do anymore because I'm actively not punishing myself to not do it. I'm changing the way I think about it so that it doesn't generate. I'm not giving it value. I'm not reinforcing it. It doesn't help me. I mean, that's not just a narrative that's convenient. It's true. You sit down and you look at it and it's stupid. Definition of stupid. What do I mean by that? Is that it's not helpful for me and it's not helpful for anybody else. So that is stupid. So I don't do it. I don't reinforce it. Does it happen? Sometimes. Do I give it a whole lot of praise? Hell no. Do I try to beat myself up over it? No. I try to figure it out. Try to be in the moment, and it doesn't come up as much. I believe that is because of everything I'm expressing here in my understanding and the slow, repeated iteration and changing of what I believe to be true. And a big part of it was sitting with the uncomfortable, those things that I didn't want to deal with, that I used to be able to turn off with drinking. That some people turn off by buying things. Some people turn off by turning on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, TV, Fox News, MSNBC. It's all the same. It's more similar than dissimilar. We reinforce it, which reinforces our view of the world. We'll watch something that reinforces our view of the world. That's taken your hit. That's why the craziest shit that's out there, like when we talked about news earlier in one of the prior episodes, how it's not necessarily news, it's more infotainment. Because again, it's that entertainment. The news organization, it's their hit from their ratings. That's how they get their extra money. How they validate themselves and their relevancy to their shareholders and to the more so than even profit margin. And that the people who consume it and then share it, and it's not just information to them, it's lifestyle. It's confirming their view of the world. That's why they choose that brand. That's why there's Fox and MSNBC and CNN and News Nation, it doesn't matter. They're all the same in that they're a brand more than an information institution. And that just like Coke or Pepsi, they're going to do their things within the boundaries of what they're allowed to do in order to gain relevancy, gain consumers, gain audience. And that we play along not knowing because we're creatures of active inference. I see the thing. I'm an anti-Trump guy. I see anti-Trump stuff. I feel good. I see a bunch of other people reinforcing what I think is true. These are the people. People need to listen to them. I'm taking my hit. Same with Fox. It's no different. We look at these people as totally different people. Oh my God, totally different. Never Trumper versus pro-Trumper. They're really two halves of the same coin. They just picked a different narrative. Really comes down to people believing what they think is true and acting it out. And we would assume that that doesn't work. We only assume that because you've modeled it, because society has told you that, because the world and your family and everything you've been has told you that. This is not true. Once you let go of that, you can see all the absurdity out there. You can find a whole lot more things because now that you know that they exist, you'll see them. If you've listened to this far and you've really paid attention, I don't see how in the next month or so you can't have a handful of times where you're going through your life and you go, fuck. That's what you see it, you experience it.